Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here. Hopefully, you had a great weekend. It is a Monday. Let's go. It's always Monday. Getting on the grind this morning as we get ready for another big week. It was a big weekend around the world. It really was. There was a lot of stuff going on this weekend, a lot of great things, exciting things. If you are a fan of the Kentucky Derby, you saw it on WTOV9, and what a finish to that race. We can start there. We could go to Rio. We could go to Brazil. Madonna setting a world record down in Brazil. We could talk about Madonna. We could talk about the world record. National Teachers Week this week, Teachers Appreciation Week. So maybe put your thinking cap on. Maybe we'll start there. Maybe we'll get to it a little bit later. We'll give you a little bit of time to think. But I see Tracy's checked in. Tracy, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully you're having a great day, Tracy. Anybody that wants to join us, make some comments. Please feel free to do so. If you're just joining us and this is your first time joining us, it is a 9-minute fill-up. It's basically we have a conversation about what's going on in the world, things that just kind of come up. You never know where it's going to go. We try and have some fun with it. And we have to thank our sponsors, Mindset to Wellness and Cinna in Follinsby, as well as the Cambridge Wellness Co-op out in Cambridge. If you want fitness, mind, body, soul, anything and everything you need, top of line across the board with Mindset to Wellness, Cinna, and the Cambridge Wellness Co-op. And one of the things, Lynette, who runs Mindset to Wellness, she has come up with an event during this mental awareness month that if you would like to receive a free sauna session, just mention that you caught it on the 9-minute fill-up. Give them a call, let them know, and they will take care of you. So a big weekend. Let's start there. And we have the big weekend with the Kentucky Derby. And the Kentucky Derby starts with a photo finish that is as close as I can remember. Kentucky Derby finish. Mystic Dan comes in, Sarah Leone, and then Forever Young. It's the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby. And Mystic Dan wins by a nose. A nose, right by here. He wins by this much. Well, the horse's nose is a little bit bigger. But he wins by a nose, followed by Sierra Leone and Forever Young. And those two horses, the big difference in the race, Mystic Dan down the rail the whole way. If you didn't see it, this is what happened. He was on the rail basically the whole ride. And you had Sierra Leone and Forever Young, and they had to come all the way from the outside up on the turn. And then they came down together, and then they were hitting each other the whole way. They were bumping into each other and trying to get that advantage. They couldn't get it. Maybe if they didn't hit each other, one of them would have passed Mystic Dan, because Mystic Dan was going down the stretch. It looked like he had it. They're going, and all of a sudden, it's like the piano climbed on Mystic Dan's back, and all of a sudden, it was kind of like he's slowing up. But he holds on to win the Kentucky Derby, 150th running of the Kentucky Derby. Great race there. Very exciting. And let's see. We get some people checking in. Robert, hello. And Tracy, Mystic Dan came out of nowhere. That was a good race. Exciting race. Exciting finish to that race. So hopefully you enjoyed it on WTOV9. Now, speaking of a good time, how about 100? Well, not even 100. A million. 1.6 million people. 1.6 million. All crammed on to Copacabana Beach in Brazil over the weekend to see Madonna. I mean, biggest standalone crowd ever, according to whoever keeps those records. So Madonna may have set a new world record for a standalone concert. First time in Brazil in 10 years. They had 18 audio towers. They had the biggest dance floor in the world on the beach. And 1.6 million people gathered to see Madonna. I said to someone, I said, as big as Taylor Swift is now with all the social media and everything, if they had social media and everything when Madonna came out, she may have set records that no one could have grabbed, because she was, the biggest thing going for quite some time. But she still shows that the material girl, people show up to see her. So Madonna has that. Let's see what else is going on this weekend. Well, let's get back to the teachers. This is a big deal, because everybody had, their favorite teacher. And Tracy, Robert, if you have a favorite teacher, teacher's ability help us learn. It's time to say thanks this week. Teacher Appreciation Week. Today's National Teacher Appreciation Day. Teachers being honored with discounts and deals. You can find a place that's honoring them. But the big thing is honoring them with a thank you if you still have the opportunity to do that. Favorite teachers. One of my favorite teachers in math class, Mr. Bocus. He just had I struggled every once in a while in math class, and but when I had him as a teacher, it was just something about the way he taught. I got it. The way he went about his business, the way he went about teaching the class, the way he set up quizzes and tests and everything that we had to go through. Mr. Bocus was outstanding. Mr. Orzak, very influential for me. He was the wood and metal shop teacher, but he also had uh, a radio class that we had an opportunity to do. And one of the guidance counselors said, "Why don't you go down and try this class?" And I went down there, and I ended up doing the Memorial Day parade, doing the Gettysburg Address. So I think I might have talked about this the other day. And it's usually the valedictorian, salutatorian in our class at the high school, Farmington High School in Connecticut. And I kind of, said, "Well, why can't we do it? We're in your class working on our diction and pronunciation and all that." And he said, "All right, you're on." And all of a sudden I was out there in front of it and I was hooked. I really enjoyed it. All right. Tracy checking in with her favorite. Pete, it's Monday, baby. That's right. We're on the grind. It's Monday. Pete, who's your favorite teacher? Come on, get on board. We need Robert to check in with his favorite teacher as well, or influential teacher. So you want to check in on that. What else is going on? Oh, big week for the Cleveland Indians. They get a big win. They're the top of the AL Central, 22-12. But a bigger week, perhaps, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. For a lot of people who love pitching or new sensations, that new flavor. And that new flavor for the Pittsburgh Pirates is going to be Paul Skeens, the number 1 overall draft pick. He has been absolutely dominating AAA so far this year. 0.99 earned run average. He strikes out everybody, it seems like. Averages 100.5 miles per hour on his fastball, and it looks like he could be coming up to pitch against the Cubs this Friday night. But don't overlook Jared Jones. How about this guy? 22 years old. Skeens is 21. Jones is 22. He goes 7 innings this weekend against Colorado, gives up 1 hit, allows no runs, strikes out 10. Now, this is what the Pirates have been hoping for, trying to get those pitchers to come together, trying to get that nucleus of a pitching staff that can help them win, get back to the postseason. We'll have to see if it works. But Skeens is a big-time player, big deal, and he could be here on Friday. And if you don't think that'll be sold out, you're crazy, because it's going to be sold out. People are going to be paying a lot of money for those tickets. All right, let's get back to the teachers. Let's see if anyone checked in on this. Oh, Pirates. Ron's checking in on the Pirates. Pirates make some changes, beginning to look like little leaguers fielding in the outfield and center field. Well, yeah, they're not doing well, but maybe they get that Skeens in there. It's going to help them out. All right, Pete, who are we checking in? Oh, all right. Was in her 9/11 class. All right. Number 1 cowboy on social media. All right, Pete. Thank you. Cavs in round 2. Dennis, I was just about to mention that. Cavs win a big game 7 on Sunday. Donovan Mitchell. How about him? Picked him up a couple years ago, and if they can keep him, they need to keep him as long as he'll stay in Cleveland, because he had 39 points in game 7 yesterday. And I'll tell you what, beginning of that game did not look good for Cleveland. They were down big against Orlando, but they managed to come back, win that game, and get the job done. And here we go. Clayton Chris checking in. And Jared Jones throwing smoke. Caught him in Altoona. That's right, Clayton Chris, former Steubenville Big Red catcher. Went and played up in Malone. Had a nice career. That's just coming to a close this year. Had an opportunity to work in the bullpen. And Jared Jones, a big future. And he's already had Clayton, that may be the biggest moment of his career, having you catch him. Now, I'm not kidding around, because I know how quality a person you are. So he probably remembers that day fondly, I should say, or he finally remembers it, and he should remember it finally. Is what I'm trying to say. Ann Gibson, she taught 1st and 2nd grades in the same classroom. I love Mrs. Fulton, my first grade class. She was great. She was really, really good. Yeah, So there's a lot of teachers out there, a lot of people that have helped you along the way. And today, or this week, if you have an opportunity to thank one of those teachers, or maybe you have kids and a teacher had a big impact on one of your students in your house, maybe thank that teacher. Find him and say to him or her, thank you so much for what you did, because our children are doing well. So there are a lot of teachers. There's teachers that are tough out there, that are really tough, and everyone kind of dreaded having them. And they think to themselves, oh man, this isn't going to go well, this is going to be tough. But then when they go to college and they know how to write their papers, they know how to do their math, they know how to, and they have that background, they have that foundation that was given to them by that teacher. Thank them for that, because that is something that is big. And Mrs. Gregory, I'm going to thank Mrs. Gregory, typing teacher back in high school. And here's the deal. I mean, when did I think I was ever going to use typing? I never thought I was going to use typing. But I did, because now I do it all the time. Managed to go to school and learn how, so Mrs. Gregory, Mr. Dow in 5th grade, Miss Esposito. Miss Esposito was a great teacher too. So hopefully you're thinking of your teachers. Hopefully maybe your kids' teachers, thank the teachers. They do a lot of hard work, and they have a lot of people that count on them. And they, like I said, maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for your own students in your house, but a big week for teachers. If you can show appreciation, that would be fantastic. Let's see. Crepe Suzette Day, a bit of a pastry dessert. I've never had one. Hopefully they're good. National Beverage Day today. Kick back, put the feet up, and enjoy your favorite beverage. And National Nurses Day. Talking about we're in overtime now. So we're in overtime with teachers and nurses. Does it get any more critical than that? Teachers and nurses. So again, today is the day. Thank the nurses. Mom. Thank you. Mom was a nurse. So just I've got all kinds of teachers in my family. My Aunt Connie, Aunt Alice, first person to take me to school. Remember that she went to visit down in New Jersey, and Aunt Alice said, "You want to go to school?" And I wasn't even ready to go to kindergarten. She took me to school and had an absolute blast. So just a great day to thank teachers and everybody in your life that helped you either achieve or just enjoy a special moment. So I think that is about it for today. And let's see. Oh, what do we have here? We have Jared's. Okay, then we got Ann Gibson, same classroom. And then Ron, I think my father's my favorite teacher from working on a car, and my work ethic. That's a great job. Yeah. Moms and dads always teaching, always giving you those life lessons that maybe are a little bit tough sometimes, but if you learn them, they serve you well down the road. So hopefully you can thank one of your teachers if you have an opportunity to. And if you don't, maybe toast them with your favorite beverage today. Maybe it's National Beverage Day. Said get a glass of lemonade. Maybe it's a cool, refreshing drink of some other sort that you can put your feet up to, and raise a glass to your favorite teacher, your favorite nurse, as we celebrate those teachers and nurses today. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. If you can, please like and subscribe. We love doing this for you. Love our sponsors, Mindset to Wellness, Cambridge Co-op, Cinna Fitness. So make sure you check in with them. And again, if you want to go get a free sauna session, just tell them that you caught it here on the 9-Minute Phill-Up, and you'll be in for a free sauna session. I've tried the saunas. They're very, very nice. Remember, 2 rules, everybody. 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.